There is a silent architect at work in your life, shaping the walls you walk within, deciding the ceiling you cannot seem to rise above, and paving the roads you travel each day. It is not fate, it is not chance. It is your own subconscious mind. While your conscious thoughts dream of success, your subconscious may be quietly building barricades that keep you standing still. But today, you will learn not only to see those invisible walls, you will learn how to walk right through them. When you understand the power of your subconscious, you stop fighting battles on the surface and begin transforming the foundation beneath your feet. Let us uncover the ways it may be blocking your success, and more importantly, how to change it. The mind is like a vast and silent library, holding every word ever spoken to you, every belief once planted, every moment that stirred your heart. The conscious mind may forget, but the subconscious remembers. And here is the truth: most do not realize the subconscious does not keep these memories locked away as history. It holds them as if they are happening now. It draws from them, shapes your choices with them, and builds your days upon the foundation they create. If you were told in childhood that opportunities are scarce, your subconscious may still be acting as if that is law. If you once failed and felt the sting of embarrassment, that moment may still be influencing the risks you take today. This is why people often repeat the same patterns, not because life insists on it, but because the inner script insists on it. The past becomes the blueprint for the present until you choose to redraw it. But just as a gardener can clear the ground and plant anew, you can transform the seeds your subconscious holds. You cannot erase the memory of a storm, but you can decide it no longer predicts the weather of your life. The key is recognition. Look at the patterns that keep returning and ask yourself where they began. Were they born of truth, or were they the shadow of someone else's fear passed down to you? Once you see the origin, you are no longer bound by it. Speak to your subconscious with authority, as you would to a faithful servant who has simply been following outdated orders. Give it new commands. Tell it that abundance is your new reality, that confidence is your new foundation, that love and success flow to you without struggle. Repeat these truths until they sink in deeper than the old ones. The subconscious accepts whatever is repeated with emotion. If an old wound still holds power, it is because it has been revisited in thought and feeling again and again. Replace that replay with the feeling of victory, of peace, of joy fulfilled. See yourself as already living the life you desire, and your subconscious will begin to treat that vision as fact. Understand this: your life is not limited by what has happened. It is shaped by what your subconscious believes is still happening. When you plant a new belief and water it with gratitude and expectation, the soil of your mind will produce accordingly. The past may have written your opening chapters, but the pen is still in your hand. When you choose to feed your subconscious with the images and words of the life you want, it will quietly, faithfully, and relentlessly build that life for you. The past may have stored itself in your present, but you hold the power to release it and step into a new reality, one designed by vision, not by memory. The subconscious does not move by wish or longing. It does not act because you hope, dream, or imagine for a moment. It follows the grooves that have been worn into it by repetition. It is like a river that flows where the banks have already been carved. You may want the water to change course, but unless you reshape those banks, it will always run the same way. Many people mistake desire for direction. They believe that wanting something strongly is enough to bring it forth. But desire without new patterns leaves the subconscious unmoved. You may wish for prosperity, yet if your daily thoughts are soaked in worry, the subconscious hears the worry more than the wish. You may yearn for confidence, yet if you rehearse self-doubt in every decision, the subconscious will keep you small because it has learned that is where you live. Habit is its language. What you do, think, and speak over and over becomes its law. It does not judge whether a habit is good or bad. It simply obeys. If you have lived in the habit of saying there is never enough, it will keep proving you right. If you have lived in the habit of shrinking from opportunity, it will continue to arrange life so that opportunities pass you by. The beauty of this truth is that you hold the power to create new habits, and in doing so, To give your subconscious a new path to follow, begin with the smallest of shifts. Choose words that speak increase instead of lack. Choose actions that express faith instead of fear. Even if they feel unnatural at first, remember you are cutting new grooves, and the river will eventually flow there. Think of a musician who once played only one tune. If she wishes to master another, she must practice it daily until her fingers find the keys without thought. So it is with the subconscious. It will not change because you tell it to once. It will change because you practice the new belief until it becomes the only tune it knows. Let your days be filled with the habits of the life you desire, not the habits of the life you are leaving behind. Wake with gratitude. Speak as one who already has. Act as one who already is. Repeat this rhythm until it no longer requires effort. In time, your subconscious will take over the work, driving you toward success without resistance, because the new path will feel as natural as breathing. When you understand that your subconscious is shaped by habit and not by passing desire, you stop waiting for change to appear on its own. You begin to train your inner life with intention, knowing that every repetition lays another stone on the road you are building. Desire opens the door, but habit carries you through it. And when your habits match your vision, your subconscious will move you steadily, unfailingly, into the life you have chosen. The subconscious is not persuaded by charts, facts, or the sound reasoning of your conscious mind. You may tell yourself 100 times that you are safe, worthy, or capable, but if your feelings say otherwise, it is your feelings that the subconscious obeys. It moves not by logic, but by the pulse of emotion. It listens to the vibration beneath your words, not the polished sentences you speak. This is why a single moment of deep fear can undo a week of calm thinking, and why one burst of genuine joy can carry you further than months of quiet wishing. Emotion imprints upon the subconscious like fire branding into metal. The stronger the feeling, the deeper the mark. You may think of it as fertile soil. It will grow whatever seeds you plant, but the seed watered with emotion takes root first. Consider how a childhood moment, wrapped in fear or excitement, stays with you decades later. The details may fade, but the feeling remains vivid, shaping the way you respond even today. That is the subconscious at work, holding on to emotion as a map for how to act in the future. If you once felt unworthy in a powerful moment, it may still be guiding you away from opportunities now, even if logically you know you are qualified. This is why you must infuse your desires with feeling, not just thought. Do not merely say you want abundance. Feel the relief, gratitude, and joy of already living in it. Do not simply declare courage. Feel the rush of standing tall and acting boldly. When your words and your emotions speak the same language, the subconscious listens and obeys without hesitation. A woman once longed to find fulfilling work. She wrote affirmations daily, but still felt anxious each time she thought about job interviews. Her mind said she was ready, but her feelings whispered fear. She began a new practice, not just writing her affirmations, but closing her eyes, breathing deeply, and imagining herself walking into an office filled with warmth and welcome. She pictured herself smiling, feeling valued, and leaving with a heart full of excitement. Within weeks, an opportunity came that matched her vision almost exactly, because her subconscious now believed the emotional picture was real and began guiding her toward it. Emotion is the spark that lights the engine. It is the reason why enthusiasm can draw people to you, why love can heal wounds, and why anger can push someone to act after years of stillness. The subconscious craves the certainty of feeling. It trusts the energy of joy, faith, and conviction far more than it trusts the quiet logic of reason. So, if you wish to change the direction of your life, give your subconscious something to feel. Feed it with gratitude until it vibrates through you. Wrap your vision in excitement so rich you can almost taste it. Let the sensation of success become more real than the memory of failure. For when emotion and vision join hands, the subconscious has no choice but to lead you straight to the life you have claimed. The subconscious mind is like a faithful stagehand who sets the scene exactly as you describe it, whether the play is real or only imagined. It does not pause to ask if what you are picturing is fact or fantasy. It simply accepts the image and begins arranging your life to match it. This is why fear rehearsed in your thoughts can feel as real as danger, and why joy imagined with intensity can lift your spirit even before anything changes in the outer world. When you replay the same mental movie again and again, your subconscious begins to treat it as truth. If you continually picture yourself failing, being rejected, or losing, your body will react with the tension, hesitation, and shrinking energy that such outcomes demand. But if you rehearse victory, speak as though it is already yours, and live in the feeling of achievement, your subconscious sets the stage for you to step into it with ease. Athletes have long understood this truth. Many train their minds as diligently as their bodies, seeing themselves crossing the finish line, sinking the winning shot, or standing on the podium. Even when they are miles away from the field, their subconscious is absorbing the rehearsal, preparing their muscles, timing, and focus to deliver the performance they have already lived in their minds. The same is true for a speaker imagining the perfect delivery, a musician practicing every note in their head, or a business owner envisioning the moment the contract is signed. Life responds to this inner rehearsal because it changes you first. When you have mentally walked into a room of opportunity 100 times, your confidence will be effortless when the day arrives. You will have already felt the handshake, heard the words of agreement, and seen yourself in possession of what you desired. You will not stumble in surprise. You will simply step into the role you have already played. A woman once feared public speaking so deeply that even the thought of it brought a rush of panic. She began a quiet nightly ritual of imagining herself speaking calmly to a room filled with warm, encouraging faces. She felt the ease in her body, the steady rhythm of her voice, the satisfaction of finishing with applause. At first, her body still reacted with old fear, but over time, the rehearsal took hold. When she was finally invited to speak, she found herself relaxed and confident because her subconscious could not distinguish that day from the many nights she had already lived it. This truth is both a gift and a warning. If you rehearse worry, you will live it. If you rehearse doubt, you will carry it into every step. But if you rehearse peace, success, and abundance with genuine feeling, your subconscious will carve the path toward them. You become the architect of your reality by the pictures you repeatedly play. Do not wait for the scene to appear before you believe it. Live it within, and your subconscious will open the curtain on the life you have already claimed in your heart. The subconscious mind is the most loyal servant you will ever have, and it takes its orders from the words you speak most often. It does not question, analyze, or argue. It simply listens, accepts, and begins shaping your life to fit the instructions you give it. Every repeated statement becomes a seed planted in the soil of your inner world, and with time, it will grow into the conditions, opportunities, and experiences that match it. If you speak of lack day after date, telling others and yourself that money is hard to come by, that nothing ever works out for you, your subconscious hears these words as commands. Without realizing it, you are instructing it to create more circumstances that confirm your statements. It will close doors you might have walked through. It will blind you to possibilities standing right before you. You are simply reaping the harvest of the seeds you planted through your speech. But when you choose words of abundance, health, courage, and victory, something begins to shift. The first change happens inside you. Your mood lifts, your energy strengthens, and you begin to expect good. The subconscious takes this expectation as a directive and quietly starts working to arrange the right people, opportunities, and ideas in your path. A man once found himself trapped in a cycle of debt and disappointment. Every day, he complained to anyone who would listen, reinforcing the belief that life was against him. Then, in a moment of clarity, he decided to speak differently. He began declaring aloud every morning, "Money flows to me in expected and unexpected ways. I am open to all the good life has for me. At first, it felt like empty words, but he kept speaking them. Weeks later, new business opportunities appeared, old debts were forgiven, and unexpected income arrived. Nothing magical had happened. He had simply retrained his subconscious to expect increase instead of lack. Children reveal this principle naturally. Tell a child often enough that they are capable, loved, and intelligent, and they will carry themselves with confidence. Tell them repeatedly that they are trouble, lazy, or unworthy, and they will live out those labels as though they were inescapable truths. The subconscious does not resist, it obeys. This is why discipline over your words is not a small matter. It is the foundation of your reality. Speaking in alignment with the life you desire is like giving your subconscious a clear, unwavering blueprint. If you keep changing your instructions, one day speaking abundance, the next speaking defeat, you create confusion and delay. But when your words are consistent, clear, and full of faith, your inner servant knows exactly what to build. Every word you repeat with emotion becomes a decree. Whether for good or for harm, the subconscious will carry it out without hesitation. Choose wisely, speak the language of the life you wish to live, and do it daily until it feels as natural as breathing. Soon, you will walk into a reality that your words have been quietly shaping all along. The subconscious is not your enemy. It is a loyal servant. If it is keeping you stuck, it is only because it is following the instructions it was given long ago. Change the instructions, and you change your life. You hold the pen that writes your inner script. Write wisely, plant boldly, speak with faith. Your subconscious will obey, and your life will rise to meet the new vision you have set.